Speaking of unimpressive, Leichhardt Oval. $40 million they're saying it's going to take. Someone needs to come in and provide that money because the New South Wales government has said, will not be us. Needs $40 million worth of work to get rid of OH and issues to get it up to NRL standard. Now, it's worth remembering that 2 years ago, there was a report that said unless it gets urgent upgrades, there will be no football from 2023 on. It's now 2024. We're hosting a game there Saturday night. And don't forget, between that time, people literally fell off a balcony at Leichhardt Oval. Is it worth saving? And where's that $40 million going to come from?
Look, I'm glad the New South Wales government isn't handing any money to the Tigers because they handed Cronulla a big fat zero as well. So I'm good with that. I don't know where the money comes from. If there's a fan out there from the Tigers who's got the $40 million and he says, yeah, I'm going to come and rescue it, probably going to ask where that money's been all this time, right? Like, what have you been doing to help the club out? But, look, I've got my opinion on Leichhardt Oval. I've been there twice. It's a dreadful ground. It's in the middle of nowhere. There's no parking. $40 million ain't going to cut it. Like, it needs way more than that. You'd be better off just bulldozing and putting some units there. Relocate the club out to Campbelltown where they've got, the bigger base and the better field and all that kind of jazz there, and just be done with it.
I unfortunately for inner city fans think that's where it's headed. There's no one with $40 million that's going to say, it's a good investment, Leichhardt Oval.
Yeah.
The romance of Sunday afternoon football at Leichhardt is very enticing, but not $40 million enticing. There are so many stadiums they can play at. Now, I fully understand the romance of Leichhardt, and if that were to be demolished or no longer used, that the Tigers would no longer exist as they were. It's been the West Tigers for what, 1 million years now? I think it's time to let that go. Play your games at Allianz, play them at Combank, play them at Campbelltown. I'd like to see half the games hosted at Campbelltown and half at whatever. I'll leave that to the Tigers fans, I don't care. But Leichhardt Oval, I don't hate going there, but I don't like going there, and there is no world where I can justify a $40 million investment.
And the other thing that doesn't make sense to me, if you're going on the Tigers and investment and where you're going to set up, they built their centre of excellence out at Concord.
Mm-hmm.
They play rugby union there. Like, I drive past it quite frequently. And there's this huge West Tigers building, and when you see the field, they're playing rugby there. So they should have made it out at Campbelltown, and they should have just relocated out at Campbelltown. But again, the Tigers made bad decisions. No one's surprised.